Jon Jones is under fire from UFC fans after reports surfaced that he requested 6 months to prepare for a heavyweight title unification bout against interim champion Tom Aspinall.
Undefeated champion, or rather undisputed champion, was going to take on the interim champion? What do you mean you need 6 months? 6 months from when? 6 months starting when?
While UFC CEO Dana White has guaranteed that the fight will happen later this year, fans are growing impatient, accusing Jones of delaying tactics and gatekeeping the division. The heavyweight title unification bout between Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall has been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent UFC history. After defeating Stipe Miocic at UFC 309 in November, Jones initially dismissed the idea of fighting Aspinall.
Would you then be open to fighting Tom Aspinall, or are you categorically thinking, he does nothing for me, I will not fight that guy?
He does nothing for me. He does nothing for me.
But warmed up to the possibility after seeing Aspinall dominate Sergey Pavlovich to claim the interim title. Aspinall later defended his belt with a first-round TKO victory over Curtis Blades at UFC 304, solidifying his position as a legitimate contender. Since then, negotiations between Jones, Aspinall, and the UFC have been slow-moving. Reports from MMA journalist Ariel Helwani revealed that Jones wants a 6-month training camp once the fight is officially signed. This timeline would push the bout to September or later, frustrating fans who feel the delay is unnecessary. The news of Jones's 6-month request sparked outrage among UFC fans on social media. Many accused him of avoiding a fight with Aspinall and criticized his approach to defending the heavyweight title. One fan on X wrote, "It's ridiculous. Jon was out for what? 3 whole years to acclimate to the heavyweight division. All he was doing was training. Now he needs another 6 months on top of the 4 he's already had? Bro needs to fight or give up the belt and come back when he really wants to fight against Tom. Enough with the gatekeeping." Others compared Jones's actions to Conor McGregor's delays in fighting Michael Chandler, with one fan stating, "What Conor did to Chandler, Jon Jones is doing to Tom Aspinall." Some fans even called for Jones to vacate his heavyweight title if he continues delaying the fight. Just vacate the belt, that's it. Make Aspinall heavyweight champion. Jones's longtime rival Daniel Cormier weighed in on the controversy, dismissing the 6-month camp request as a negotiation tactic rather than a genuine need for preparation.
This whole Tom Aspinall, Jon Jones thing, for lack of a better word, is just weird.
Cormier suggested that Jones might be leveraging time as a way to secure better terms with the UFC or avoid rushing into what could be one of his toughest fights. Cormier's perspective carries weight given his history with Jones, which includes 2 heated battles and one of MMA's most intense rivalries. Meanwhile, Tom Aspinall has expressed disappointment over the lack of progress in negotiations. The British interim champion has been vocal about wanting to unify the titles.
Completely aware of that. Don't want to talk about, I've been staying away from the media and talking about Jon Jones a lot because in all honesty, I'm sick of talking about it myself.
And prove himself against one of MMA's all-time greats. Despite his frustration, Aspinall remains focused on training and staying ready for whenever the fight date is announced. Aspinall said, "I'm just training and getting everything focused to be as fit and ready as I possibly can. Because, who knows, they might spring the date on me quick," Aspinall said. "Or they might say the date is in 6 months, I don't know. But that's always kind of what happens between fights anyway. You never really know when your next one is." Aspinall's father recently added fuel to the fire by calling for Jones to vacate his belt if negotiations don't move forward soon. What's next for Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall? Share your thoughts in the comment section.
Would you guarantee 100% we see that fight?
Yeah, I'll say 100%.
UFC 314 is set to explode as Paddy Pimblett will face Michael Chandler in a high-stakes co-main event. And the result could shake up the entire lightweight division. Who's walking out victorious? Drop your thoughts below. Paddy the Baddie. Pimblett has been turning heads ever since his UFC debut in 2021. Known for his bold personality and thrilling fight style, he's built a strong fan following. With a perfect 6-0 UFC record, Pimblett has shown he's no joke in the octagon. He's claimed 3 wins by submission and 1 by knockout, proving his versatility as a fighter. His most impressive performance came at UFC 304, where he took down Bobby Green with a slick submission finish, earning a Performance of the Night bonus. Before joining the UFC, Pimblett dominated in Cage Warriors, holding the featherweight title and challenging for the lightweight belt. Critics doubted if he'd succeed in the UFC, but he silenced them with his performances. Now ranked number 1. 12 in the lightweight division, Pimblett's fight against Chandler is his biggest test yet. A win here could launch him into the UFC's elite ranks. Chandler's UFC journey has been rocky. With a 2-4 record in the promotion, he's faced some of the toughest names in the division, including Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier. Despite those losses, Chandler's explosive style and fearless approach have kept him a crowd favorite. The UFC 314 pre-fight press conference delivered fiery exchanges and bold declarations from both Paddy Pimblett and Michael Chandler. Paddy Pimblett expressed frustration over being underestimated despite his undefeated UFC record. He emphasized the significance of facing a top 10 opponent like Chandler, who has fought legends and competed for the title. "Every fight, I get underestimated and overlooked," Pimblett said during the press conference. "But I'm getting in there now with someone who's top 10, someone who's fought all the legends in the division. He's fought for the title. So finally, I'm going to get in there, and when I win, people can't chat shit, but they will." Pimblett confidently predicted that a victory over Chandler would elevate him to number 1. Michael Chandler, ranked number 1. 7th in the lightweight division, didn't shy away from making spine-chilling remarks about his intentions for the fight against Pimblett. "I respect Paddy. I think Paddy's a skilled fighter. I think he's still got a bright future," Chandler said in a video posted on social media following the fight announcement. "But I think he's going to run into a buzzsaw named Michael Chandler on April 12th. Chandler vowed to deliver another trademark performance that would have fans on their feet. "As always, I will be the most entertaining guy that steps inside the octagon that night. I will have everybody on their feet. I will have everybody on the edge of their seat." Drama erupts in the UFC as Alex Pereira's shocking title loss takes a scandalous turn. Hours after being dethroned by Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 313, a viral video shows Pereira's ex-girlfriend gleefully celebrating his defeat, calling it karma. But the former champ isn't staying down, firing back with a savage clapback. Is this MMA's messiest breakup feud yet? His ex-fiancée, Merle Christine, went viral for celebrating his defeat. From accusations of betrayal to public feuds, their toxic breakup has fans divided. What really happened between them? Let's uncover the behind story. Alex Pereira, the Brazilian UFC star renowned for his striking power, began dating German model and MMA content creator Merle Christine in early 2022. Their relationship quickly became public through social media posts, showcasing romantic moments. Fans admired their bond as the couple shared glimpses of their life together, after Pereira proposed in early 2023. However, their engagement took a shocking turn only a month later when rumors of trouble emerged. By late 2023, both had deleted photos of each other from their social media accounts and unfollowed one another. The breakup became public when Pereira revealed the reason behind their split during an interview in January 2024.
Feliz, né?
He discovered that Christine was married during their relationship. Pereira explained, "It's a little hard to talk about this because, for me, I already deleted this person from my life. I would also like to ask my fans to delete her from your life. It was a person I believed in. I put her in my house together with my family. After all, I found out she was married." Christine denied these allegations. The breakup marked the beginning of an ongoing feud between Pereira and Christine. While Pereira focused on his fighting career, Christine made cryptic posts hinting at deeper issues in their relationship. In one Instagram story from August 2023, she wrote, "Never date a man who loves his fame more than you," sparking speculation about trust issues. On March 8, 2025, Alex Pereira faced Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 313 in Las Vegas, in what was expected to be a historic title defense for the Brazilian fighter. Despite his reputation for explosive striking, Pereira struggled against Ankalaev's grappling-heavy approach and lost via unanimous decision after 5 rounds. The defeat marked Pereira's lowest statistical performance in a title fight. He landed only 11 head strikes over 5 rounds, setting a record low for a UFC championship bout. Christine seized the moment to publicly mock Pereira's loss through social media posts that quickly went viral. Fans were divided over her actions. Some viewed her comments as petty revenge fueled by unresolved anger, while others argued that she had every right to express herself after what she claimed was an emotionally taxing relationship. Following his split from Christine, Alex Pereira was briefly linked with fellow Brazilian UFC fighter Poliana Viana after both shared Instagram posts suggesting closeness. However, these rumors were short-lived, as both unfollowed each other and removed related content from their accounts. Pereira later clarified that he respects Viana's character, but denied any romantic involvement. Poliana is a very simple person. I see a lot of potential in her.
Alex, a lot of fans they really enjoy your relationship with Poliana Viana. What is it about your personality and hers that has worked together so well so quickly?
Bom, acho que, a nossa simplicidade, a Poliana é uma pessoa, assim, muito simples, tá conquistando o seu espaço, eu vejo muito potencial nela e, a gente estava conversando esses dias, quem está no UFC, lógico, o sonho é se tornar campeã.
Well, I think the fact of her simplicity plays a big part of it, and I think that's what the fans like. I talked to her the other day, you know what I mean? Like, she's very humble, and asked what she looked forward in the UFC. She said that she want to be a UFC champion. So I told her that me and my team can maybe help her get to that goal. You know what I mean? I think her charisma, she's very charismatic. I'm not as charismatic, you know what I mean? I think just fans like how I act, but I think this is that.
Despite the drama surrounding UFC 313, Dana White has hinted at plans for a rematch between Pereira and Ankalaev due to controversial scoring and fan demand for redemption. The feud between Alex Pereira and Merla Christine raises questions about personal boundaries in public life. Christine's celebration of Pereira's loss may resonate with those who feel wronged in relationships, but alienates fans who view sportsmanship as paramount.
I have spoke to the UFC on multiple occasions about this fight. I'm chasing it up. I want the fight. I've been on record and said that I want the fight. I've been on the phone with the UFC saying that I want the fight. When's it happening? I want the fight more than anyone. What is holding it up right now is his side.
The UFC's heavyweight division is buzzing with drama as Jon Jones, the reigning champion, faces rising star Tom Aspinall in a fight that split the MMA community. Guys, we're giving away $500 once we hit 500 subscribers. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for a chance to win. Fans are torn. Is Jones still the GOAT, or is Aspinall the future? This fight isn't just about a belt, it's a collision of eras. But the road to this showdown is riddled with drama, from accusations of fight avoidance to debates over legacy. Jon Bones Jones, with a record of 27-1, is a fighter whose talent is as undeniable as his controversies. After dominating the light heavyweight division for over a decade, Jones moved to heavyweight in 2023 and swiftly claimed the title by submitting Cyril Gane. His fight IQ, wrestling mastery, and unorthodox striking have made him nearly unbeatable. However, his career has been marred by repeated scandals. In 2020, he received a 15-month suspension after testing positive for turinabol, a banned steroid, a setback that reignited debates about his legacy. Outside the cage, Jones's legal troubles, including a 2021 arrest for domestic violence, have further complicated his reputation. While Jones battles his past, Tom Aspinall is writing a new chapter. The 30-year-old Brit, with a 14-3 record, has skyrocketed through the heavyweight ranks with a mix of humility and violence. Aspinall's UFC debut in 2020, a 45-second knockout of Jake Collier, announced his arrival. Since then, he's dismantled top contenders like Andrei Arlovski and Sergey Pavlovich, the latter in just 69 seconds to claim the interim title at UFC 295. Unlike Jones, Aspinall's reputation is squeaky clean. Fans adore his respectful demeanor and relentless fighting style, which blends crisp boxing, agile footwork, and a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His rapid rise has made him a symbol of the UFC's evolving era, where speed and versatility trump sheer size. Yet Aspinall's biggest challenge isn't just defeating Jones, it's convincing the UFC to book the fight. Rescheduling Jones versus Miocic for 2024 and sidelining Aspinall. This decision sparked fury. Critics accuse the UFC of prioritizing nostalgia over merit, with social media erupting in outrage. Fans react on Twitter. If you are really the GOAT, then fight against Aspinall. You took the fight against Miocic because it's the easy money fight. Are you afraid, champ? Are you scared? Highly doubt it. You have beat 3 generations of the best fighters, each in their prime, which were all killers. You absolutely deserve to do what you want and fight another legend, even if people won't give you credit for Stipe. Would I enjoy an Aspinall fight? Yes. Always root for you to win. But I'm sorry, but Aspinall has done more than you at heavyweight, especially in a division where the belt changes hands so often. Heavyweight is Joe joke. You've had 1 fight at heavyweight, and you act like you are the king of it. You didn't beat Francis. Israel Adesanya talked about Tom Aspinall and his father, calling them cool dudes.
But Aspinall, he and his dad, cool dudes, lovely guys as well. But he's the same height as me, if not an inch taller, but thick. And I was like, fuck, you're a lot thicker than I would expect. And the speed, that's the thing that I'm like, okay, that's the danger. But again, grappling, he's a black belt. Jon it's different. But I don't know, man. They got to fight. But if they don't ever fight, we'll never know.
And expressing love for them. He mentioned that Aspinall is about the same height as him, maybe an inch taller, but he's thicker than Adesanya expected. He also noted Aspinall's surprising thickness and highlighted his speed. Adesanya acknowledged the danger Aspinall poses due to his speed, but also mentioned the importance of grappling, pointing out that Aspinall is a black belt, while Jon Jones is in a different category when it comes to grappling skills. As the debate rages, analysts and fighters are dissecting every possible angle of a potential Jones-Aspinall clash. Former UFC champ Michael Bisping, a fellow Brit, admitted on his YouTube channel,
The story that is trending all over Twitter when it comes to mixed martial arts is that the greatest fighter of all time, talking about Johnny Bones Jones, is more than likely going to fight Tom Aspinall and more than likely gonna be paid around $30 million. That is what Joe Rogan was talking about on his podcast.
Is he doing Pereira or Aspinall?
Aspinall.
Yeah.
He struggles with the names, to be fair, this guy.
I think it's going to be Aspinall. I think they're trying to come to some sort of an agreement. The rumor is that he wants $30 million, and that the UFC is going to pay it. Hopefully.
If I give him the opportunity to fight me, I want to be so compensated. I want to say it, I want that you money to the point where if I won or lost, that it really wouldn't matter.
In a recent interview with Submission Radio, Sonnen shared what Aspinall told him just minutes after Jones secured the win. One thing that Tom Aspinall said, Tom gained confidence being ringside to watch Jon Jones, Sonnen revealed. He said, I've never watched Jon Jones except on television. Being ringside, he said he's too slow. Now, Tom also told us that he had just had a couple of beers. If that really is true, if he thinks he's faster than a 236-pound world champion, it makes me want to see it. One thing that worries me about Aspinall is what other people praise him for, which is he's been out of the first round 1 time. People praise him for that? I don't like that. That's a problem. If you're going to find a way to get the jump on Jon Jones, no one is doing it fast. And that's one thing that Jon has. He's tough, can regroup, shows up in great shape regardless of his lifestyle.
This whole Tom Aspinall, Jon Jones thing, for lack of a better word, is just weird. For me, it's just weird.
Daniel Cormier can't get on board with the idea that Jon Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall. Whether Jones versus Aspinall happens next or not, this rivalry has already reshaped the heavyweight division. For Jones, it's a chance to silence doubters and cement his GOAT status. For Aspinall, it's an opportunity to dethrone a legend and usher in a new age. As the clock ticks toward 2024, one thing is certain. The world will be watching.